Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of skincare products containers and why you should be really careful whenever you want to purchase something, especially when it comes to skincare products. And then you have to pay attention like which one is the best packaging for the type of skincare product that you're buying, or which one is the worst. And just to quickly mention in this video before talking about the containers, I like to let you know that I am not wearing anything on my face right now. This is my face skin update. Of course, I'm wearing a little bit of makeup, but I have been foundation free for 2 months now. Tomorrow is gonna be officially 2 months for me being foundation free. That is ridiculous. And of course, you guys probably can see that I do break out every single month, and you guys exactly know why. So anyway, before talking about the containers, I like to talk about the consistency of the products, because the packaging usually is based off the consistency of the products. So the skincare products come from something like watery to something waxy, or something that has a less water content to it. So it starts from water-based skincare products to gel-based oils, lotion-like or lotions, or something that is like moisturizers. And then the end is that is something waxy, that is something like a lip balm, or something like a Vaseline, just like I mentioned, that has a less water content to it. So those are the consistency, the texture of the skincare products. So now let's go ahead and then talk about the skincare product containers, the most common containers that you see on the market recently. A lot of moisturizers come in the jar containers that has a top on it, right? So they are usually airtight. Pretty much, when you tighten the container, it doesn't let the air in. However, the product gets exposed to air very frequently as you open and then as you use it. They usually are good for the thick creams or for thick moisturizers. Ointments are good options, and also masks are really good option for jar containers too, because the thick consistency of the products, of the skincare products, don't get expired that quickly. But to be honest, everything in this world expires, including the skincare products as well. So, but whenever you buy skincare products, especially the ones that come in a jar container, always be mindful when you open the product, put a date on it. As soon as you open the product, just put a date on it. When did you open? And also there is a label that it comes, companies usually put it on the jars, like I'm going to show you guys how it looks like. And it tells you when you open the product, like how long it's going to last. And then after that, it is expired officially. So always be mindful about it. But they are not, the jar containers are not good for anything that is sensitive, anything that has vitamin C, or anything that is really concentrated. Like those kind of products are not good option for the jars. And now let's talk about small pots that you usually see. Unfortunately, a lot of well-known skincare brands make eye creams or skincare products in a jar, like a small pots like this. They are good for something that has a less water content to it. Let's say lip balm, Vaseline, or something that is waxy, but they are not good for eye creams, non-airtight pumps. So they are really popular on the market. You usually see a lot of skincare products, a lot of moisturizers come in a containers like this. Those kind of containers are good for lotions, they are good for cleansers, they are good for something that is foamy, something that is soapy. They do distribute even amount of product, but at the same time they do give a measured amount as well. And they are also hygienic as well, so you don't use your fingers that has so much bacteria in it sometimes, right? So they're much more efficient and also hygienic compared to the jars. And I usually prefer those kind of containers. However, they usually get exposed to the air as well. Whenever you squeeze the product out, it usually brings the air into the bottles. They are not good for anything that is sensitive or anything that contains vitamin C or anything that that has retinol or that is concentrated as well, so they're not a good option. And now let's talk about the airtight pumps. So the airtight pumps are probably the best option for skincare products. To be honest, that is my favorite skincare containers when it comes to something that is right. If I want to buy something that is really concentrated, if it's anti-aging, if it contains really sensitive and vulnerable products. But they are not usually cheap to make, so this is a really expensive process. That's why a lot of companies usually do not make skincare products with airtight containers, because they do cost a lot. However, though, you have to know something when it comes to airtight containers. And the best thing about airtight container is that as you empty the product, as you go through the product, the bottom of the container raises. Like, it kind of protects the container to be, to get the air in, so the container doesn't get any air into the product. So it is the best option. However, some airtight containers do not come in a dark color, the color that kind of protects the product from UV rays, because usually the UV rays deactivates the sensitive product. So that's why some of the companies do not make containers dark colored, or some of the airtight containers are just transparent. And now let's talk about the tubes. So there are two types of tubes that you see on the market that is really popular. There are the ones that comes with the top that you just flip open and then just close. And there is another one that comes with just like a squeezy tube. Those are usually good for cleansers, and they are usually good for sunscreens. They are good for self-tanner products, the products that has a thicker consistency. You don't want to buy something like a gel in a tube container like this, because once you open it, the gel starts to come out. The viscosity of the gel is not that thick, and it's not designed for the tubes like that. But however, the second tube that is usually really popular on the market is usually the best for the concealers that are made in those kind of tubes, because you don't have to use the brush that it comes with it. A lot of concealers come with a little brush tip, so you do kind of use it under your eye, and it starts to collect bacteria years and years. Some people use makeup items years and years, right? But those kind of tubes are really good, because you just kind of squeeze the product and then apply it, and it is really sanitary as well. The lip balms, eye creams are really good choices as well for those kind of tubes, squeezing tubes. But they are not good for anything sensitive, anything that is really concentrated, anything that has retinol or vitamin C. Just like I mentioned, sensitive products are not a good option for those kind of containers. Transparent containers usually are good for toners. The transparent containers usually absorb UVA rays from the sun. The UVA rays from the sun even goes through the glass as well. When you're in the building, sometimes you do get affected from the UVA rays of the sun as well. And the same goes with the skincare products as well. And now let's talk about the medicine droppers. So the medicine droppers are good for oils, and they are good for liquid skincare products as well. When you squeeze something into the dropper, it usually squeezes air in as well. And sometimes you don't squeeze the air out, right? And then you just kind of mix it and then just kind of close the container and then just leave it there. Whenever you see your skincare product turning into yellowish color, that means it is getting oxidized, because the pump itself is kind of sucking up the air and then distributing the air to the product. So something to take into consideration as well. And now the last one, let's talk about the individually wrapped pads. So they are usually pretty much the best option for any type of skincare products that you find on the market. They are really good for peels. They are really good for something that has acids in it. They are really good for chemical exfoliants, good for sheet masks, you know, good for anything that just gets expired really quickly. However, there is only one cons about it, is that it is not environment friendly, because you do waste a lot of material. So I probably would say airtight containers would be the best option for skincare products. The worst container probably would be the jar containers. So I hope this video kind of gave you a little bit more information about the right type and wrong type skincare container. So whenever you want to go out and then buy something, so you will be mindful about it, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just let me know in the comment below if you guys liked it, and I'm gonna see you in my next video, so just watch out for the next videos. Bye guys.